I just like to say thank you I'd like to recognize Mr. Garrick, a lecturer in the school, and I also saw Mrs. Shakes, who is also a lecturer in the school, and the members from your members of the union. I just heard Miss Morris speaking. I should just like to recognize them. But you're here this evening because of your academic excellence and the fact that you have shown that you have the ability to excel in academics. Now, while I commend you on this and we're very proud of you, and I'm looking for all the honors graduates when the time comes, I also would like you to understand that, it's not just about the academics, especially in university. And even though the times are so challenging and different, what makes your resume, and I can tell you this because this is what employers and persons in industry say. While they say, we have lots of persons who are bright academically, but they want also are looking for persons who have a social conscience, who give back, who participate in all the activities, right, community service activities, and who have a spirit of giving and contributing to society. So I would just like to say that, we in the college are very proud of you, and we know that you will continue to excel because you have already made your mark. But we also would like you to remember that apart from that, we are also looking for you to be able to give back. And sometimes it means that you could help some students who are having a challenge because academically, you could do that and get involved. I heard Miss Murray saying that also in the clubs and societies, and in any way, even in your own community, because with the restrictions now, you may not be able to be involved in the activities at the university because because maybe of your location. But if it's in your community, right? Many students are out of school, not being able to be in the classroom is extremely challenging for them. So if you could even reach out within your own community to help some youngsters with the challenges that they're having and trying to complete school, that would be extremely commendable. So as I said, we're extremely proud of you. I'm extremely proud of you being making this honors list. It's not easy, but I also think that you have the ability to give a bit more of yourself. So I would just like to leave that with you to remember that it's not all about the academics, but also about the person and what it is that you give back to the community. Thank you, and I wish you all the best for this evening and for your future endeavors.
Thank you, Miss Sutherland. There's one thing I heard once, and it really stuck with me. And based on what you were talking about us giving back, there's one saying I heard once that all you really get from life is what you give, and I think that fully connects with what you were talking about just now. Thank you. All right, so now it's time for our first entertainment piece. The first entertainment piece is going to be a gospel rendition by Kadeen Forbes.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to try once more.
And with God, you can make it. I would just like to encourage you from hello, everyone. I am Mrs. Kaylin Ford. I would like to express hearty congratulations to those who will be inducted today. You have achieved another milestone, and with God, you can make it. I would just like to encourage you from Jeremiah 29, verse 11, which states, "For I know the thoughts I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Continue on the path that you are on because you are destined for greatness. As Morgan Harper Nichols states, inhale, exhale, it is well, it is well. All of this is a part of the story you will tell. Again, I say, congratulations. God bless you all. You have many rivers to cross, but indeed, you will do it by faith. There's a land that I have heard about so far across the sea. There's a land that I have heard about so far across the sea. To have you on my dreamland would be like heaven to me. To have you on my dreamland would be like heaven to me. We'll get some breakfast from the trees. We'll get the honey from the bees. We'll take a ride on the waterfalls. We'll sit and look at the stars. And surely we'll never die. And surely we'll never die. Oh, what a time that will be. Oh, don't you wait, wait, wait and see. Oh, don't you wait, wait, wait and see. Oh, don't you wait, wait, wait. Oh, don't you wait.
All right. I think when I say thank you, I'm talking for everyone when I say thank you. Now, we'd like to bring on Martina Richards as she will introduce our guest speaker.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, Aisha. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
So good night, everyone, again. So 1 week ago, 7 days ago, I became acquainted through a document with a woman who I feel will challenge us and myself to do better. It is with immense pleasure that I introduce our guest speaker for the Cobham Honor Society Induction Ceremony 2021. Our speaker is currently registered in her final year at UTech and is in Fels, where she pursues a Bachelor's of Education in Industrial Technology. As a MOE scholarship recipient, she prides herself in hard work and discipline and holds a 3.47 GPA. as she serves in the capacity of educator at Papine High, as well as the office in command for the school's cadets unit. She strongly believes that discipline and education go hand in hand and aspires to serve Jamaica in a formidable role at the Ministry of Education in the future. And I hope that's very soon. Our speaker has been a soldier for Christ for 18 years, and she attends the Worship Center Church of God in Old Harbor. As a Christian, she serves as youth choir director, head of media and technology, the musician, the public address systems team, and an in-house clown on many occasions. But she gets better than this. She is considered as a child at heart by many and values the quote, live excellently with Christ as the head, love freely and unconditionally, and laugh like you have no sense. So make sure you guys got that one. Our speaker is known for her life spent impacting the youth and prides herself on being an agent of change. Please join me in welcoming Miss Sanji Fraser. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is Sanjay Fraser. Good evening to everyone. All protocols observed, and I would like to thank you so much for inviting me. I must say before I begin, though, that I need your participation. It's already late in the evening. Many of you might not have had dinner as yet, so I crave your participation and attention, all right? So let me just share my screen, and I'll ensure that I share the sound. All right. Let me get this. All right, we're good. All right, so excellence through innovation, growth, and creativity. So I am going to challenge you inductees, you high achievers, to a bit more of a world outside of the university walls. All right? So I just want to get some key terms out of the way, right? Creativity. It's to use your, as SpongeBob would say, imagination to create something. Growth is the process of developing. And innovation is to change something established. So at the end of creativity, therein lies innovation. And overall, there is a growth process that is happening because development is not a one-time process for excellence. And as we are excellent students and individuals and citizens of Jamaica, we are the I in Jamaica, we now have to ensure that we take these terms and apply them to our lives. So I'm getting the boring stuff out of the way. So let's get on with it. Let's watch this video.
Bad mind is a sin, unity we a team. Dancers, Philip gooder than another. If you fight that, me picking out a feather. Don't bad mind my brother when him a go up the ladder. Money man up, he go get the cheddar. If you not like that, hold them there, hold them there, hold them there. Hold them there, fully back, so hold them there. Hold them there, 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 hold them there.
All right, can somebody please tell me the name of this song? You can type it in the chat. Fling. That would be appreciated. Or you could unmute your mic. Yes, Fling. All right. So I want you to play a game with me. All right. You can unmute your mic for this part. We're going to play Hangman. And I want you to guess, bearing in mind the song that we just heard, what my title of my presentation will be. So Hangman is a game where you guess the letters, okay? And if there's an incorrect letter, I will draw the little man, let's call him COVID-19, Mr. COVID-19, because we don't want COVID to keep. We will put him over the side, all right? So just give me some letters. Please, give me some letters. Bearing in mind, the
A.
A, okay. So you really want to kill COVID-19. There's no A.
T.
I, there's no I.
T.
T.
Yes.
There's no T. Remember the song that we just listened, you know?
L.
L, yes, there's a L.
E.
H.
E, yes, there's a E.
N.
N.
Is there an A?
W.
Beautiful. And I like how that person said it. Someone solved the puzzle. They said, hold them. No, it's hold them. Hold them.
Hold them, all right.
No, not hold them. See, they're doing it again.
Hold them.
Yes, there we go. So I challenge you students here today, in order to achieve excellence through innovation, growth, and creativity, we must hold them. But hold them, how? How are we going to do that? Let's take a look. This is a word. The two pictures will give you a word. So look at the picture and add it to the word, and you're going to get pardon? Beautiful. Hey, I forgot that I'm in the presence of high achievers, so it would not have taken long for you to get it. Mentor. So the first thing that you and I need to do, we need to have a mentor. The H in Wolem is to have a mentor, right? We need to find a role model, right? Ensure that you have someone in your field or probably outside of your field who you aspire to be like. Because in having your mentor, they can show you the ropes. They can tell you what it is that you need to do to grow in excellence. They have done it. The second thing that you need to do is get the recipe. Get the recipe. They have done it before. They did it step by step, and those same things can work for you. I have a mentor. My mentor is Dr. Kassan Troop. How did I get her to be my mentor? I slid into her DMs on Facebook and I introduced myself and asked her if I could have the privilege of her to be my mentor, sorry. And she agreed. Many a times we think that these persons are very standoffish, but I dare you, because I mean, we're all youth at nights. I dare you, family, to get your mentor and find the recipe. And the final thing is, do not change the recipe unless you've surpassed the mentor. It's like you have a perfectly good recipe for KFC and you want to change it because what? Because why? And I tell you this, I did not coin this, but Michael Lee Chin, who is a businessman, philanthropist, the CEO of Portland Holdings, all of these three things are his way of telling us that we can get it. And we can just say, to summarize, the businessman, the philanthropist, yeah, the billionaire, the man is rich. And if he did it and he's telling you to go get a role model, he's telling you to get the recipe, and he's telling you, don't change the recipe unless you've surpassed the mentor. And then even then, why would I want to change it? The second thing that we want to do is to seize opportunities. I want to do a little poll, so just raise your hand. Opportunities come once. Do you believe that? If you agree, raise your hand. Please, if you agree, just use the raise hand feature and raise your hand. All right, Mr. Garrick, he agrees. Right, there are a couple of us. All right, you can lower your hands now. You can lower your hands. Thank you so much. And if you disagree, raise your hand. If you disagree that opportunities do not come only once, raise your hand. All right. Wow. Okay. So the persons disagree. And I too would disagree. Here's why. In 2016, yes, I started teaching at Nedby High School and I taught building and furniture technology. 2017, I started teaching at Papine High School where I taught resource and technology. So business students would understand that. 2018 at Papin High School, still, I now moved over to teaching technical drawing using T-Square. Fine, I'm okay. I want to be seasoned. I want to marinate. I want to teach the same thing. No. 2019, I now had to teach AutoCAD, which is still technical drawing. And I said to myself, and I said to God, I want to be that chicken that you take out of the fridge that marinate and soak in the seasonings because I've been doing this for so long. But I was reminded that I could now teach all except one subject in my industry. So I could kind of be a HOD if I wanted to, and if I aspire to. I seized those opportunities. Then in 2021, which is, it's now, I also got offered, I think it's 2 weeks ago, to assist the grade coordinator, to be an assistant grade coordinator for grade 10 at Papin High School. I don't know what to do. You think I'm going to say no? No, because you need to seize the opportunities that come. And hear what happened. Opportunities can be found daily. Granted, there are some opportunities that might come today that won't come tomorrow, but there are new opportunities. And if you missed an opportunity for today, then you might get an even greater one tomorrow. You just have to look out for it. Open up your eyes, COBAM students, and dare to dream. And I must add that I had never done an interview before, much less been to Germany, but I was interviewed by UNESCO Germany and represented FELS and by large the university and my workplace. And Jamaica, we are the I in Jamaica, and I represented them, and I was able to successfully deliver or partake or participate in an interview for UNESCO Germany. I could have said no, I could have said 9, anything I could have said to disagree, but I dared myself to seize the opportunities. So the L, we need to talk about the L. The L, linking up with people. And we say in Jamaica, yo, Jamaica, you have to have links. You have to full of links. And there's a nice word for links, and it starts with N. Could somebody tell me? A nice word.
Networking.
Networking. We have to ensure that we are networking. We are ensuring that we have a little group with persons, right? And I would dare the young men, I know it's tempting to see a girl on Instagram and she looks nice and you want to slide right into her DMs and occupy a space on a ship that very well might leave you in the end, if you know what I'm talking about. But I dare you, gentlemen and ladies, to think larger. We are now in a climate, or we are privileged to be in a space where there is technology and social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I need to upgrade my LinkedIn profile, but all of these social media outlets are there for us. And not only to have connections locally, but globally. I heard Khalil mention it, and we have a little mindset that UTech can only give 1 first class honors. UTech can only give 1 upper second class, and we operate like a dog eat dog mentality. Someone will say, do you understand the homework? No, I don't understand it. Really though? Really? Why can't you help the person? I'm just saying, if we help each other and link up with each other, imagine what we can do. Imagine the greatness that we can achieve because we network. So imagine somebody in tourism, imagine someone else in accounting, imagine another in marketing, whatever the case may be. Imagine you all linking up and starting something. Getting creative, growing together and brainstorming in order to achieve excellence. 2 heads are better than 1. And if your head is a good head and somebody else's head is a better head, you will end up having a great set of heads. So please do not feel as if You are the only one out there, and I must be great, and I will be great, and anybody else going to steal my ideas. No, please help each other and let us change or set a new pathway here in Jamaica. All right? We go to the D, and it's be dynamic. I challenge you to watch this video, and I want someone to comment.
Somebody's in for a treat with this pure.
Some of the wind might pick up different notes of grass, or near the sea it would pick up some saltiness in it as well.
No, it's not a rip-off because it's a genuine product. We'd never ship a jar that was just filled in the kitchen or the garage at home.
All right, fellow youth at nights, would you buy this lovely product? Please respond. Yes, no, maybe so. I see the chat.
Well, based on the fact that I don't have a need for fresh air because I have a lot where I am, then it would not apply to me, but I believe it would apply to a different target market.
Good, sounding so much like a business student. Thank God I did my research. I see someone else in the chat. Maybe if I was in China, maybe so. No, I want to say that there is no such thing as a dumb idea. You simply need to find a market. Someone who is dynamic is positive, they're full of energy, and they're full of new ideas, creativity, growth, innovation, excellence. Imagine though that we're here in Jamaica and you're saying, okay, I'm going to sell air. I'm going to run around like SpongeBob and Patrick, like they're jellyfishing with a net, and I'm going to sell air. So I'm going to run around, yittity, and I'm going to put the air, in a can or in a container. You would look like an idiot. And sometimes your ideas, your level of creativity might make you look a little stupid. Because if those persons, and then, persons might say, oh, it's white people think, oh, leave them, they're always doing some stuff. But I challenge you to think big, think large, think creative, just be so creative that it scares you. Do not be afraid to put out a new, to just challenge yourself to grow mentally, grow physically, grow spiritually. Challenge yourself. Any idea? Write it down. There is a market for it. Who would have thought that there would have been a market for air? Seriously? So the E, enhance your skill sets. Challenge yourself continuously. Enhance your existing skills or learn a new one. There is a platform that I am a part of called Upwork, upwork.com. And I will say it again, and I want you to write it down, upwork.com. And it is a site for freelancers. And especially in this kind of remote working world that we're living in now, the need for persons who are skilled and are able to work from home is a great one. Now, how does this tie in, Miss Fraser? No, when I joined the platform, several years ago, I did not have particular skill sets. And I had to go over to my handy dandy YouTube because there were so many persons asking me if I could do something in Photoshop, if I could do something in Illustrator or InDesign. You think that I, having the seize opportunities mentality, going to tell somebody who is going to pay me $15 per hour for over a 40-hour work week? No? Are you mad? Are you crazy? You're not in my room. You're not looking at me and looking at my computer to see what I'm doing. You want me to use Photoshop? Of course I can. I never said I couldn't learn. Of course I can. And I seized opportunities. And I tell you no lie, I was able to earn, even this summer in 1 month, a significant portion of money. Significant. I will not say how significant, but it was extremely significant. I was not crying when I earned it, let me say that. But we have a mentality too that the University of Technology will teach us everything. No. Do not sit around and wait for your lecturers to teach you something that could enhance your skill sets in tourism, in being a chef, in being an accountant, or whatever it is that you already have at your disposal. I remember when I just started working at Papine High School, I had gotten the scholarship from the Ministry of Education, and I was there at UTech, and I was like, oh, I mean, I have boarding at 138 student living up until this moment. I'm not at 138 now, but the government is paying for it. I'm already bonded. So hey, so yes, I have that. I get book allowance and another allowance every year. And I was pretty set, but I challenged myself. I said, why not try something? And I have my goal. My mentor spoke to me and said, if I need to do a master's come September, I would need at least 5 years of experience, etc., etc. So I needed to get on that. And I applied for Papine High School and I was successful. I was not settled. I decided that, hey, not bad, pre-trained, teacher paid, can work, but I wanted more. And I went on Upwork while working full-time at Papine High School and doing my degree full-time at UTech. I got a job on Upwork that could pay me, it paid me, I think, around 70,000 something a month at the time. So I was 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock, Papine High School, big up the shift system. 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I was at UTech. 7 o'clock into the night, I was on Upwork. You have to have the mind. No, I can do a lot of things. If you need some graphic designing, if you need some marketing, if it is that you need someone to control your public address system, if you need a musician, if you need a choir director, feel free. You understand? You see it now? A long range of skill sets. And my final point, yes, it was painless like the COVID-19 vaccine. I'm joking. You will mold a new self. After you have gotten a mentor, after you have seized the opportunities, after you have linked up with sound people, after you have been dynamic and have thought about new creative and innovative ideas that are excellent because 2 heads are better than 1. And after you have enhanced or got new skills, then you mold a new self. You tell the world, I'm here. I am ready to seize and make my mark. I am ready to hold them. I am going to achieve excellence through innovation, excellence through growth, and excellence through creativity. By, as the young lady before said, holding them. Thank you.
Just looking for the hold them song.
Pardon?
Just look a bit more of the hold them song.
Oh, you want the hold them song?
Yes.
Of course, sir. Of course, I will.
Bad mind is a sin. Unity we a deal. Dancers, Philip good than another. If you fight that, pick picking out a feather. Don't bad mind my brother when him a go up the ladder. Money man up, go get the cheddar. If you not like that, hold them there, hold them there, hold them there. Hold them there, fully back, so hold them there. Hold them there, 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 hold them there.
My fellow knights.
You know, Miss Fraser, I really just have to tell you thank you, because I know that presentation sat with everyone well. And you know, I really actually just wish I could make my presentation for class as good as that, you know? Now, we can bring Benice Anderson for her presentation to the guest speaker.
We're not hearing you. No.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Yes.
All right, so first and foremost, I must say thank you to Ms. Fraser for such an energy-filled, informative, and creative presentation, and for also taking the time out to come and speak with us at such a memorable event where we are celebrating the success of our honorees. I must also mention our deepest appreciation for your tips for us to grow in excellence by finding a mentor, getting the recipe and not changing that recipe unless we've surpassed the mentor. Thank you also for encouraging us to seize our opportunities that comes daily. So me, I'm gonna make sure that I open up the item to seize the opportunities. So I hope you guys will do so as well. Thank you for also challenging us to think big and to think large, think creative, and also to grow in every aspect of our lives. Your message has definitely helped me to open up my mind to think larger and not to limit myself. And I'm sure my fellow honorees are thinking likewise. So make sure, sir, we hold them. And we are definitely going to achieve excellence through innovation, growth, and creativity. If for Miss Fraser, if I was in person right now, I would be handing you a plaque, you know, to show you that we really appreciate you for really taking the time out. And however, due to, you know, COVID and this ceremony being done virtually, you'll be collecting your plaque at a later date, okay? So once again, Miss Fraser, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
No problem, it was a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Vipin, over to you.
All right, thank you, Benice. Now we'll have Mrs. Myrtle Weir, and she will bring her greeting.
Good afternoon. I wasn't even in the know that I was bringing greetings, but I'd like to say to all the students, congratulations first and foremost. I'm trying to get my camera up, but it's not coming on. So congratulations to all of the honorees. I am a first class honor student from another institution, so I know what it feels like to be at the top of the table. Just want to encourage you all that this is not the end of the road in being first class or being an honoree, but it is the beginning of the journey of what's out there for many of you. Some of you are already there. Excellence is a journey, it is not a full stop. And therefore, for all of you, don't feel that you have arrived. Your journey continues, and more will be demanded and even more expected of you, having left at the top of your game. One of the things that was brought up by the speaker is that of your networking and having a mentor. Very important, very, very important for you as prospective representatives of the University of Technology, Jamaica, as graduates at the top of your class. Continue to do well. Always proud of those who have reached and do not stop in achieving the highest levels of excellence. Excellence does not have a ceiling. So once you reach that goal, you create a higher level. That has worked for me. And as I say, I'm accustomed to excellence being the hallmark of things that are innovative, creative. And it takes a certain attitude. Because many of us think that because we have the knowledge that we have arrived. As an HR practitioner in another life, coming with the certificate is just one part of the game. What's also important is that attitude of excellence and humility. You have not reached there until you are able to recognize where you're coming from, where you're going to, and to appreciate what you have struggled to gain. So that attitude is what we're looking for. So yes, we have first class honors, we have upper second honors, we're graduating at the top of the class. For the employer of today, it's all about attitude. So yes, you will have your badge of honor. You will have your GPA to reflect where you are and where you were along this journey. But attitude opens all the doors, but it also closes them if you have the wrong attitude. So don't leave here with the wrong attitude. Being bright is a plus. Being bright with the right attitude and being humble and willing to assist others in getting their game together is so important. So all the best. The journey continues, and I wish you all the best in the future. And never forget where you're coming from. It provided the foundation for where you are and where you're going to be in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Ware. I'm sorry I didn't mention it before, but that is the head of school for the School of Hospitality and Tourist Management. Now we're going to have the head of school for JD Seal, Mr. Nigel Cooper.
Hi, good afternoon, students. Again, I don't think I'm trying to get my camera is up now. Good evening. Thank you for inviting me. I enjoyed the function thus far. And as my colleague head of school said, you know, attitudes are contagious. Would you want somebody to catch your attitude? Hopefully the answer would be yes. And that attitude should be one of being humble or being respectful or being bright and being, you know, well thinking. As the head of the entrepreneurship school, our particular graduates always, in the 4 years, we try and instill a mindset. And that is something not only for our own students only in our school, but across COBAM and other schools in the university. We're trying to encourage entrepreneurial mindset. I was very good to see about the bottle of air, you know, the entrepreneurial mindset. So we're glad here. Just to share that at university, I had the privilege of going to university in the US and in Canada. And while in the US, I was 4.0 GPA, you know, who's who in American universities. But when I went to Canada, I didn't get 1A. my GPA dropped significantly, but it was a much more applied university. I actually learned a lot more than when I was in the States getting the 4.0. So just to state that, yes, the grades are important, especially if you're going to go to graduate studies, but, you know, make sure you apply what you've learned, that you're able to apply what you have learned. So again, I'm not a long speaker, but again, congrats to everybody who's getting an award tonight. You're all winners. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper. No, I think all of us here, we actually appreciate, good instrumental music. And it is time for our next entertainment piece, which is a piece by Richie Sachs.
Is everyone hearing?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Yes.
No, I don't think I'm the only one who thought that was remarkable. You see, You know, saxophone has always been one of my favorite instruments. I just haven't got around to learning it, but I'm planning on doing that though. So, you know, I'd like to also acknowledge and welcome the Associate Dean of COBAM, Dr. Mirage, because I see she's present with us now. And now it's, you know, now it's time for pretty much why we all are here, the induction of the members, which is going to be done by our staff director, Mr. Courtney Garrett.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome again to our annual induction ceremony. Let me begin by giving you an overview of the COBAM Honor Society as we get ready to recognize our new inductees for the current academic year. The COBAM Honor Society was established in 2017 in the College of Business and Management. It is the only student association of its kind here at UTech. It mirrors other similar associations, both locally and internationally. So we are aware of such terms like Alpha, Beta, Gamma Sigma, Beta, Sigma, Beta, Delta, and so on. These are names of other honor societies across the world, especially in the US. And we're very happy to have our own local honor society here at UTech. The establishment of a honor society is one of the vehicles that can be used to encourage and motivate our students to become top achievers and perhaps provide a forum to recognize and reward those who have demonstrated the ability to achieve academic excellence, sometimes despite personal and significant odds. The Honor Society is open to students from the 3 affiliated schools in the College of Business and Management. That is the School of Business Administration, the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management, and the John Duncan School of Entrepreneurship, Ethics, and Leadership. High achieving students with a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.33 are invited to become members of the association. So our guest speaker, Ms. Sanji, would qualify herself to be a member of our inductee or our society had she been in the College of Business and Management. Membership, however, is not automatic. And so each year we invite our top achieving students to sign up as members of the COBAM Honor Society. Not everyone take up the offer. The aim of the COBAM Honor Society is to recognize, retain, recommend, and reward our top achieving students. Hence, the members are exposed to various developmental activities that are geared at capacity building, leadership, mentoring, and service. By means of the COBAM Honor Society, the College of Business and Management continues to blaze the trail as a pioneer in innovation and service here at the University of Technology, Jamaica. Having established our presence in this new field of academic excellence, we stand ready to be the benchmark or the reference point for other academic units at UTech who may be thinking about having their own honor groups in their academic units. We're thankful to our founding directors, Mr. Claveret Allin, Professor Paul Golding, and those who served before, like Mrs. R.J. Hastings Spencer, our dean, current dean, Dr. Andrea Sutherland, various heads of schools who have given support and endorsed the work of the COBAM Honor Society. I want to single out and make special mention also of our outgoing president, Ms. Janelle Pinnock. She has been a very towering strength and support to the association for this academic year. And it's just my pleasure tonight to present to you our inductees for 2020-2021. Let's begin with the School of Business Administration. And here now are our inductees. You can make an applause or give your signal that you would love to as we get the name. Miss Abigail Plummer. Congratulations and welcome to the COBAM Honor Society. Miss Akila Phillips, not newly, but continuing to be a member of the COBAM Honor Society.
Just a minute, Mr. Gary.
Hello.
I just want to confirm that you're seeing the photos on your end as well.
It's now up. It was delayed, but it's coming up now. It's coming up.
Okay.
Miss Alexia Chana, Miss Althea Archer, is it Mr. Armani Thompson, continue please, Miss Amoya Sanderson, Miss Ashanti McCoy, Miss Amanda White, Miss Brianna Miller, Miss Britannia Warp, Miss Celine Pennant. I see some of the pictures, but the names are up, so let's continue. Miss Danielle Francis, some of this one just now, Miss Danielle Francis. Mr. Deniro Fuller. Miss Delvalyn Davis. Mr. Dominic Ferguson. And this one just now, Miss Danielle Francis. Mr. Dwight Lewis. Mr. Deniro Fuller. Miss Samara, please turn off your microphone. Thank you. Mr. Dwight Lewis, Miss Fiona Powell. Miss Jada Miller. Janine Leslie. Let me chat with Miss and Mrs. and Mr. Yes, well, this is Miss Deniro Fuller. Jovian Foster. Jody K. Duffus. Taylor DaCosta. That's the pictures, unfortunately, but some are there.
Or Mr. Garrick, would you like me to take a second and try to fix the issue?
Okay, you could do that, please. Thank you. And while she's doing that, here comes Miss Taylor DaCosta now. Lovely picture. Noteworthy, the vast majority of the names so far are females. So the females are really, really outstanding performers so far. A few males in the mix though. Continue, Miss Pinnock. Jerome Heath. Lauren Matthews. Lauren Taylor. Lorian Robinson. Mariel Gordon. Martin Walcott. Martina Richards. Akiv Malcolm. Rajani Andrews. Rihanna Johnson. Rochelle Spaulding. Romaine Williams. Ruthan Massey, Samara Etkin, Savinia Kelly, Senika Neal, Shade Chin, Shanika Adams, Shani Pottinger, Shante Da Costa, Shavane Smith, Annie Smith, Ajay Thomas, Ashani Gale, Teresa Robinson, Teresa Gentles, Ashai Hilton, Vanessa Daly, Yashima Graham. And we don't go through the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management. Let's begin now with the second school, FH Tim.
Sir, could you give me a moment? I know the students really want to see their photos come up, so I'm really trying to solve the issue. So if you guys would
hold and give you a few minutes to get it done. In the real life environment, you will have the students come up and receive their certificates and acknowledged by the heads of school. And so we appreciate your understanding. We're now operating in the virtual world and it's a bit different, but congratulations for inductees nonetheless. So we are going to try and fix it so we can see the pictures and share the moment of joy and accomplishment with our students and their well-wishers. So allow our president to have a few things corrected. We'll get ready to present the other inductees for the night's proceedings. Thank you for your understanding so far and your patience with us in that difficult world with technology that we operate in. And appreciate your kind patience and understanding. But congratulations so far to our inductees. In fact, the list is rather long as well, so much longer than previous years. So I think we're on the up with our performance of our students, and given that we are now having a large number of students who are now being inducted into our Cobham Honor Society. Siobhan, okay, my apologies, Siobhan Smith. Okay, thank you very much.
Perhaps we could hear from a few of the inductees thus far, how they feel to be inducted in the ceremony as a part of Cobham Honor Society. I'm trying to see if I could have it downloaded so that all the pictures will show more smoothly. So until then,
we can open the platform, and by raising your hand, we can acknowledge you. We have so far gone to the School of Business Administration, so we can get anyone from the School of Business Administration to give us an expression, your experience and your appreciation, and the experience you've had so far in being a member of the Cobham Honor Society.
And you could ask the Associate Dean to also say a word.
Oh yes, we overlooked that earlier as well. Mr. Chairman, while Ms. Pinnock is having the thing rectified, will you please acknowledge the presence and ask our Associate Dean to give a few words of encouragement and welcome to our inductees for tonight. But I yield at this point and go to the Chairman, the Master of Ceremonies, who will acknowledge and bring on our Associate Dean with her kind permission to say a few words of encouragement. In fact, our Associate Dean is the former head of the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management. So she's now in double capacity with her current students. Master of Ceremonies, I'll yield at this point.
Now we can have our Associate Dean of COBAM, Dr. Maraj.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Garrick. I'm truly honored to be here, and thank you so much for the invitation. It gives me great pleasure to see the number of students who are actually inductees in this session. I just want to say, apart from my congratulations, that when I received the invitation and I looked at it and I actually assessed the password, I saw journey. And I said, what better way to enter this session than to type in the word journey? No, that word means more than just being used for the password. You're in fact on a journey. In fact, you've just started the journey towards your professional and your professional life and your personal development. It has just started. And I heard my colleagues before me mention the importance of you continuing to reach for the skies. In fact, the sky is the limit. That nursery rhyme that you learned in prep school and in kindergarten, the sky is the limit, reach for it. And so that is what I want to leave with you this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The sky is the limit, reach for it. Do not be daunted by any disappointments, because the word opportunity was mentioned here this afternoon. Go for it. Once the opportunity comes, it's meant for you. Reach for it. All right, hold them. That's what it is all about. And so I want to congratulate you once more for reaching this aspect of your journey. There is much more to come. There's a quotation by Nelson Mandela that even myself, sometimes I look back at it and I've furthered that quotation. And it says that basically when you're climbing a hill, it is going to be steep, it is going to be long. You're going to have to pause. But when you pause, just look around at the vista around you, the beauty of mankind, the beauty of earth, the beauty of everything. And then guess what? After that pause, just continue the journey. You will get to the top of the mountain. And so I'm leaving that with you. Your journey has just started and you will reach the top of the mountain. Have a good evening as we continue to watch and to listen. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Dr. Maraj. No, we'll just wait for the PowerPoint to come back up or get ready.
Yes, it should be up now.
Waiting to hear a name, you know.
Is that in full screen? Am I seeing full screen, please? It's halfway. I think in slideshow are in present format. That's better. So we can now go to the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management.
Yes, sir. So I'll just go through the slides for a brief moment so everyone can see themselves.
Okay,
I'm not sure if you want to call the names again.
No, I won't call the name again. Just give me the
okay.
pictures. Slides. It's a bit uneven. Dear boat. Continue, please. Okay, yes.
Janelle, I didn't see myself.
You were there. What I'll do is I'll make the presentation available afterwards because it seems like it may be going a bit too fast.
So School of Business Administration. So we're gonna move now into the second school, School of Hospitality and Tourism Management. Here you go from top again, please. Miss Amaria Taylor, congratulations, welcome. Cherise Martin. Christiana Newman. Daniel Berry. Janelle Pinnock. Nadine Vidal. Shanike Codlin. Shanike Codlin. Congratulations. Kijane Marcy. Danae Solomon. Venice Anderson. We now go to the School of John Duncan School of Ethics, Entrepreneurship and Leadership, our third main school in the College of Business and Management. Let's proceed to the third school. Ms. Shante Sidhu. And for much emphasis, we're going to single out and present the Western Campus inductees as have been only part of the School of Business Administration, but because they were different campus, we're presenting now the Western Campus inductees. Our 100 students are also in our respective campuses. Aisha Nelson. Bipin Chandiramani. Jessica Campbell. Ashwin England. Crystal Wilson. Lenisha Mitchell Reed. Shanique Small. Did you know we have 100 students also in our community colleges too? Yes, because the program is franchised in the respective community colleges, and they too are top performing as well. Let's present our inductees from respective community colleges. From the Montego Bay Community College, Miss Anna Brown. From Brownstown Community College, Miss Carice Reed. Carice Reed. From Knox Community College, Paul Rika Carnegie. And I think it's about all. I didn't get the exact number, but a significant number of our students, our top performing students who have qualified to be inducted in the Cobham Honor Society for 2020-2021. Congratulations again, and I wish you all the very best as you begin to grow and transition from academic into the wider world. Thank you very much, and thanks, Ms. Pinnock, for your most able assistance.
Congratulations, everybody. Now it's time to listen to the outgoing president, Ms. Janelle Pinnock, as she gives her president's report.
Thank you, Mr. Shandaramani. I'm now going to ask Akila to share on my behalf, please.
Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
Thank you very much, everyone, and good evening or good night to you all. So it has been a marvelous experience serving as the Cobham Honor Society president for this academic year. My journey in this society started out on a beautiful Thursday afternoon in 2018. I entered a room on the ground floor building number 47 to see a packed room of students. I made my way to sit at the front to see what the society was all about after being invited. I must admit, it all seemed okay, slightly interesting, but I did see where there was greater potential for growth. I didn't feel very engaged in the times following that meeting, but I did pop in once or twice that year while visiting other clubs. Then there came a social in the new academic year in 2019. And the energetic person you know me all to be, I decided that this one cannot miss me. So I made my way there, being a stranger to most persons, and decided to step up and lead in a few exciting games to make the event even better. After that day, I have not looked back since. I saw the true potential and greatness that this society could achieve, and I saw where I could make a strong contribution to help it grow. I was later appointed to be the Director of Sports, Entertainment, and Culture that year. My vision and passion for the society drove me even further as I placed my hat in the ring to run for president in 2020. So here I am now, the first president of the Cobham Honor Society from the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management. I have had a magnificent journey within these past few months with you all. Was it easy? No. Was it anything I had imagined pre-COVID? No. But I made the best of the circumstances as I pursued my vision to raise awareness of the society and enable us to become more engaging and a more engaging and beneficial club to all the honorees. So we planned, executed, and participated in many activities this year, starting with our first general meeting where the students were introduced to the dean, heads of schools, and their student reps, while being briefed on the plans for the new academic year. We had other engaging general meetings, of course, such as our motivational session with Mr. Dinal Barnes, the Managing Director of ARC Manufacturing Limited. We also had an academic question and answer session with our Students' Union First Vice President of Academic Affairs, Clubs and Societies, Ms. Robin Murray. We also had our scholarships and grant webinar and so much more meetings. I'm hearing someone's mic. Okay, thank you. So we had these meetings and so many more. And the Cobham Honor Society also engaged in quite a bit of social activities and interclubbing events throughout the year. In our first semester, we hosted a dynamic social themed Jamaica Still Nice, as our members had fun playing games virtually, despite the restrictions of the pandemic. The Rotary Club had joined us in that event, and they participated in our Cobham Honor Society Jeopardy Games Night as well, along with the UTech Accounting Association and the Tourism Action Club. And of course, we have our most recent interclubbing link up with the Future Marketers Association. And this was also a blast as both clubs faced off in fun challenges. A few of our members also represented us in the Students' Union Club Spotlight session, where we raised awareness of our society to the wider university. The Cobham Honor Society was sure to make an impact throughout community service activities as well this year. We hosted a virtual outreach session with the Papine High School, where we assisted them with learning how to navigate online platforms such as Zoom and Google Classroom. Our society also provided them with encouraging words to assist them through the challenging times of online school. And I know that we all definitely needed that. Our community outreach did not just stop there, right? We also had a donation drive, where we contributed food and clothing items to the children in need at the Glen Hope Childcare Facility. So this year of activities, events, and initiatives would not have been possible if it was not for my amazing team. So I'd like to thank each of those persons individually at this time. I'd like to start off by thanking our Vice President, Ms. Kadeen Vidal. Next, I would like to thank our Secretary, Ms. Martina Richards. Next up, I'd like to thank Ms. Chrisanne Newman for her contribution as the Public Relations Officer. I'd also like to extend my appreciation to Daniel Francis, our Director of Logistics. And of course, thank you so much, Siobhan Smith, for being our Director of Sports, Entertainment, and Culture. Thank you so much, Ms. Brianna Williams, our Director of Academic Advancement and Research. And thank you very much, Ms. Akila Phillips, who served ably as our Director of Community Service and Spiritual Affairs. So thank you so much, team. Definitely, I could not have done my role as president if I didn't have such a strong support system behind me, being the executive team of this society. And as it was a year of many firsts, just a minute, as it was a year of many firsts, we hosted our first virtual election this year on March 25th. I was so pleased to see so many nominees stepping up to leadership while being passionate about the growth and development of the society. I became very emotional seeing the drive and determination of all the nominees who wanted to see the society grow and build on what the past presidents and members have created. I also chuckled at seeing the use of the hashtag I created in 2019, #NerdsHaveFun, being an integral part of the campaign process as well. But it is indeed true. As a society of brilliant students, we must not forget to have fun. We must not forget to contribute to the growth of not only ourselves, but to all the people we interact with. We must not forget to lift each other up as a team, as a family, as a society. We must not forget to build strong networks among ourselves in order to foster a better future for this country. We must not forget, we are the genesis of greatness. And as our motto states, excellence, virtue for the ones who endure. So finally, in closing this chapter of my tenure as the Cobham Honor Society president, I am confident and I'm comfortable and filled with peace, knowing that I have left the club in great hands. So I'd like to extend my congratulations to the new executive team. Thank you. Back to you, Bipin.
Thank you, Janelle. And for Janelle, for sure, I'm not just saying it for everyone. I'm saying it for everyone. You truly are going to be missed. Now we'll have Akila Phillips. She is the new president, and she will be presenting the new executive.
Greetings, everyone. I feel a bit nervous after Janelle just made that wonderful presentation. I hope I can, keep it up. So I want to start off by saying that, hold on, you guys are hearing me perfectly, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, great. So I want to start off by saying that leadership is not a position or a title. It is an action and example. Now, in words of Martin Luther King Jr., a genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of such consensus. Now I bring you all greetings in the name of hard work and excellence. I am humbled to make this presentation post our outgoing president, recalling the tremendous efforts of the outgoing executive body. Appreciations are in order for the hard work they have commenced and those they have concluded. I am now honored to present the new executive body, and I'm going to ask Ms. Janelle Pinnock if she's able to share her screen at this point. Ms. Janelle. Ms. Pinnock. Okay, so I'm going to proceed. I am honored to present the new executive body, Ms. Martina Richards, who is our Vice President, our Secretary Lorian Robinson, and Assistant Secretary Venice Anderson. I would also like to introduce our Public Relations Officer, Bipin Chandaramani. Bipin, you just sent me one private message asking me if I can pronounce your name. I hope I got it right, Bipin. Did I get it right?
You did. Trust me, I'm very grateful for that.
Alongside Daniel Francis, who is our Assistant Public Relations Officer. Now, as the president for the upcoming academic year, it is my duty to take on the baton and ensure the continuation of effective and efficient outcomes. And on that note, I am excited to share with you all some of the actions and activities that my team and I will be seeing to in the upcoming academic year. Now, we will be formulating a society of fraternity, which will assist the first-year students who are transitioning into the university environment. And we are of the viewpoint that this is a society that is in high demand, because we know that it can be frustrating for you to graduate from high school and then just jump right into college. There's a lot of unnecessary frustration, and you may be having a lot of anxious feelings and so forth. So I believe that having an older brother or sister looking over you, guiding you and advising you would be beneficial to these students and allow them to maintain some amount of equanimity where that is concerned. We will also be implementing a yearbook for the society, which is very exciting because we will also be taking care to note any major achievements. Additionally, we will be initiating an advisory program and continuing our outreach and community involvement, making sure that more members are given the opportunity to be a part of these voluntary initiatives. And on this note, I love the fact that majority of the speakers shared a common belief that students should not only focus on their academics, but also on their personal development, and in that process, also try to give back to their community and the wider society. We will also be building our social media and our campus presence because, of course, we want to get the club out there. We want more persons to know about the club and feel feel the need to join this club or society. So we definitely want to build on our presence. We will also be having a student representative at the 4 other campuses. Now, these representatives will act as our own affiliate marketers on their respective campuses and make other students aware of the society, marketing the society on our behalf, ensuring to inform students of the opportunities of joining such a society so as to boost the participation rate. We will also be continuing and placing emphasis on the mentorship activities so as to ensure that members who are in a position to assist will assist or may assist students who are having difficulties in their areas of studies and also their exam preparations. And lastly, we will be focusing on activities and sessions that are geared towards personal development, professional development, and collaborations at the domestic level. Now, these are just a few of our more popular actions that we will be implemented. Now, I am really excited, and I know that my team is also excited, and they're looking forward to the upcoming academic year, which will be one of progress and hard work, continuing on the work of Janelle and her team. So, this is the end of my presentation granted time, but I want you all to have a blessed remainder of your evening. Bye.
Thank you, Akila. I know we're all looking forward to moving ahead with you, and you leading the whole. We're all looking forward to it, Akila. Now we'll have Mr. Garrick, and he's going to do a special presentation for us.
Along with those who give me some of ceremonies, and I must also say I'm encouraged and excited to have a president like Miss Akila Phillips, who will take on the baton from Miss Janelle Pinnock. I hope you also took note of Miss Pinnock's shirt or blouse. It's actually official shirt of the Cobham Honor Society, and we encourage our members to take away with them their little memento shirt of the Cobham Honor Society. Of course, our new members will also get their pins. Their pin to be made available to them at the appropriate time. So thank you very much. We look forward now to have recognition of those who will have contributed both to the Cobham Honor Society in particular, but in our estimation to the wider campus community and a whole. And so I wish to recognize that they've been an actual environment where have been given certificates of appreciation to these persons. So our outgoing president, Ms. Janelle Pinnock, well done. Appreciation for your hard work. And her team consisted of Ms. Kadeen Vidal and Ms. Martina Richards, along with Ms. Brianna Miller, Akila Phillips, Daniel Francis, Kristen Newman, and Siobhan Smith. And these persons have been given their appropriate recognition in due time. We'd also like to make special recognition and appreciation to our most able master of ceremonies, Mr. Bipin Chandiramani. You have done very well so far, sir. We're very much appreciative, and to know that we have these potentials in our midst, not just in the academic environment, but also in these areas of public service. Miss Shaquille Blair, also, thank you very much.
Mr. Sir.
It's Miss, I'm sorry, get it wrong as well. Mr. Shaquille Blair, I think he did some technical assistance as well tonight in our proceedings. I'd love to single out and make mention of a number of persons who have also been instrumental, you're welcome, sir, in the outworking of the society and by extension, the wider campus community. The Cobham Honor Society would like to recognize Miss Donna Drake from the admissions office for most able to assistance and support to the workings from the College of Business and Management. And by extension, Miss Chelsea McLeish formerly from scheduling, I can note formerly from scheduling, as she take up a new assignment on the campus, but her work in this scheduling unit has been most outstanding, and we are giving her recognition and reward at this time. Miss Robin Murray, Vice President of a number of affairs in the Students' Union, who was most able to support us, been present in our meetings, contribute to our discussions, We recognize you, we salute you, we'll have for you a certificate of appreciation in the appropriate time. And also to the club as a whole, the Rotaract Club, for their involvement and initiative and support as they partner with us from first semester to get our activities in a virtual space to become as successful as Ms. Pinnock indicated in her report. So these are the persons who are recognizing. I'll be giving special certificate of appreciation at the appropriate time. Thank you very much for your fine support, and we look forward to having a successful next term of office for 2021-2022. I thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Gary. Now, I know we've all been here for a little bit, and we're gonna end the ceremony now with a vote of thanks from Ms. Lorianne Robinson.
Good evening, everyone. Are you all able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, due to a few circumstances, I'm unable to turn my camera on. So for that, I do apologize. But I'll be presenting the vote of thanks. So I must first express gratitude to God for guiding us through this program. I would also like to extend thanks to Reverend Dr. Stephen Samuels, our university chaplain, for conducting the invocation. Next, I offer thanks to the Dean of Cobham, Dr. Andrea Sutherland, the heads of schools, Mrs. Mercer Ware, Mrs. Akinla Dejo, and Mr. Nigel Cooper for extending greetings towards us, as well as our student representatives in persons of Mr. Khalil Hutchinson, our student union president, Mrs. Donicia Moore Thomas, the SHTM rep, and Ms. Teresa Gentles, the student representative for SOA and JDC. Gratitude is also in order for our dexterous guest speaker, Ms. Sanjay Fraser, who encouraged us to have the right skills and mindset in order to hold them, in order to grow in excellence, innovation, and creativity. And she also reminded us that no idea is a bad idea and that we should think big. Thanks also to our outstanding staff director, Mr. Courtney Garrick, who conducted the induction of the new society members and guided us through this past academic year. To the entertainment for the evening, Ms. Dean Forbes and along with Richie Sachs, a tremendous thanks to you for sharing your wonderful talent with us. I must also say thanks to our very own members who assisted greatly in the production of this evening's program. Bipin Chandramani, our master of ceremony for the evening, Martina Richards, who introduced the guest speaker, Venice Anderson, who made a presentation to the guest speaker, our former and will be missed, and she will be missed, our President Janelle Pinnock, who gave her report for the past academic year and facilitated the succession of the new executive body, and Akila Phillips, our new president, who introduced the new executive members. Finally, thanks to you, the inductees and members of the Cobham Honor Society. Without you, this event would not have been possible, and once again, congratulations. Fine, and once again, I must say a big thanks to everyone for attending, facilitating, or participating in tonight's events. I hope a blessed rest of evening. God keep you throughout the remainder of the semester.
Thank you, Lori. And thank you all for coming, and I hope this ceremony did go well for you guys.
Thank you so much for everyone who is currently here, who participated in our induction ceremony. We're really happy that you were able to join in the celebration with us, and I hope you all stay safe and have a blessed night. Thank you so much, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Yeah, well, good night, everyone.
All the best to you.
Bye. I'm waving my hand, but you know, I can't see me. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you again. Bye.
Thank you too.
Bye. Good night, everybody. And thank you all for coming, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Garrick, especially.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Mr. Garrick. Good night, Janelle.
Good night, Martina.
Good night, good night, good night. I forget Martina.